Hello, hello. Good Wednesday morning. Pamela here with Passionate About Scrapbooking, and I'm here today to do my story and sketch. So this is where I create an 8.5 by 11 scrapbook page using a story and a sketch. So we will wait a few minutes as I see if anybody pops on. And let me look and see if I'm live everywhere I'm supposed to be. So you can tell I've got the crazy hair going this summer, letting the gray grow out. And let's see, I'm on YouTube already, so let me look at it. Appears that I'm live there. Can you hear me? Yes. Thank you. Hello, Lisa and Charisse. Can y'all hear me okay? And let's see, Facebook. There I am. All right. Well, I'm going to do one thing while I'm here because I realized I didn't get the J when I copy and pasted in my, well, maybe it won't let me go up there. There we go. Give me 1 second. I'm going to have to scroll all the way up there. How are y'all doing this morning? Thank you so much for commenting. Be sure to like the video too. That'll help the algorithm. Got a piece of, there we go, paper there. How difficult can it be just to put a J there? There we go. Alrighty, hopefully that won't mess anything up. I'm gonna check. Publish original post, continue. I'm not sure what I did, but let's see here. I may have messed up my live. So I'm doing a story and sketch today. I don't want to create another event, so please exit out of that. Let me just go back to Facebook. Well, that didn't work how I wanted it to work. Don't want that. Let me try something else. Get my coffee out of the way. Just seems like I learn something new every day. Leave the page, please. Am I still live? Yes, I think. Okay, let me know if I'm still live, if you can still hear me. There's a delay on Facebook. Okay, I think I'm good, and I'll fix the description later. Okay, so we are doing story and sketch today. I'm so excited. I got my order in, I think on Monday for our, I think it was on June 5th, we had online exclusive preview items go live for demonstrators. So I ordered some of that, which I have sitting right over here. And I've debated whether to share any of it or not because it's not even available yet to customers. It will be available, I think, July 3rd, from what I recall. So I might give a sneak peek at the end. But today I want to focus on the lake life. So just a little story to go along with the story I'm going to share today. It really doesn't go along. But the title of this new Close to My Heart collection that went live on June 5th, there are still plenty of products available. A couple have sold out already. But you can click the link in the description. It'll should take you to my Stampin Up website where you can see the products that are still available. And I'm trying to use products today that were still available as of yesterday. I didn't look this morning, but this Lake Life collection. So I guess when my two oldest kids were quite a bit younger, you know, they were probably like 3 and 5, we used to go to a place in Colorado called Lake City. So I keep trying to call this Lake City, and this morning I was like, this would be great too, because there is a little lake there, and to use for some Colorado pictures up in the mountains too. But today I'll be scrapbooking about actually the lake where I think it was where I didn't get a message from my mom back yet if this was actually in my hometown of San Angelo, Texas or not. We have a lake called Lake Nasworthy there. There's actually 3 lakes in San Angelo, but Lake Nasworthy was the one that always had water in it. So I learned to ski on that lake. So I'm going to be sharing about that story here in a minute. So lots of great products in here. You can see them. If you want a link to this flyer, let me know and I can get that to you. But because this actually has artwork in it, but I do have a link. So I've got several art pages. Then there's product pages along with some more products, stamps. Unfortunately, I did get this one. I got up early at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I should have gotten up at 1 to grab this scrapbook stamp and thin cuts because it's already sold out. The card making one is still available. Okay, Bevan's going to get some ice real quick, so just excuse the noise. Go ahead. She's taking off for the day. And then we have more artwork. This is part of the scrapbooking workshop, and I'm using some of the pieces with it. I decided not to do the pages as is, so I'm just going to make my own pages using the items that are in there. There's a card making workshop. I don't think it's available anymore. I think it already sold out. And then there's these 2 really cute stamps and thin cuts with a coffee mug and so forth. So I will be happy to share that flyer if you need it. Have a good day. All right, so I'm going to try and decide what I'm going to do. Let's see here. Let's see what all I got here real quick in my pile. I had there's mix-ins. All right, so let me switch over to my other camera. The mix-ins, I didn't show you that last page, but that is part of the collection as well. So I got the scrapbooking workshop. I got an extra paper pack plus stickers, and then an extra paper pack. So I can share those with you because I haven't broken into it yet, not this one. So let me share the paper with you real quick. So this is just the paper pack plus sticker sheet. Look at all those pretty stickers. All these are stickers. There's a border sticker, and then just all sizes, words. These make great titles. I'm going to use, I think, this one today. And then these are the papers. Let me flip those for you so you can see what they are. There's that one, pretty plaid. On the back of it, there is kind of a netting with acorn, the color acorn. And then this is a real cute pattern, bold with pine. And then kind of a muted one that's got more sage and seabrook in it. So I'm going to be using almost all of these. on my little 8.5 by 11 page. I'm going to put these away so I don't end up. I'm going to be using this because part of my story is that I grew up with parents that took pictures all the time from the time I was an infant. So that's kind of why I got into scrapbooking, because when I saw photos on paper and being creative, I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, my mother's got 54 years of photos of me. So these are the mix-ins that I could have used with this, but I didn't. I chose not to. I looked at a few. Here are the backs of those. I feel like maybe I did use one of them. Maybe I did. So we'll look in a minute and see. I think I did, actually. I think it's this pattern right here, underneath here. All right, I'm going to put all that aside and we will get busy. So this is the scrapbooking workshop guide, and I just punched out a bunch of the pieces. I have them inside here, one over here, to use on my 8.5 by 11 page. So the scrapbook workshop, which is still available, you can create 3 12 by 12 2-page layouts. Okay, this one right here, this goes together, but it could be 2 totally separate pages. Anyhow, I debated. I really kind of like this one, so I did save the punch outs for this page, so I might do this one, but I decided to use this for other stuff. Anyways, when you get the scrapbook workshop kit, you'll get this guide, cutting guide inside of it, and then instructions on how to make all the pages. So that's what's really fabulous about our close to my heart products and our scrapbooking guides. I'm not supposed to have that on there, so just ignore that. So I've got my 8.5 by 11 white daisy base. Of course, all this product is available through Stampin Up now. Stampin Up purchased, about 4 months worth of close to my heart products, ones that we would have gotten from May, June, July, and August through Close to My Heart if they had not shut their doors. So that's what's available. There are a few ink pads that are available. Most of them have sold out already through Stampin' Up. So this would be comparable, I guess, to pecan pie. But I went ahead and grabbed the acorn because I think it might be available. I also grabbed pine just because I have these colors, so I want it to coordinate. But there are alternative colors in Stampin' Up. So I'm going to grab a sip of coffee real quick so we can get started. I think I have my plan together today pretty good. So I have my paper cut already. This is the photo that I wanted to share with you. So let me see if I can get it up here. So this is me right here. I think I'm about 9 or 10 years old. I want to say I was 9 years old when I learned how to water ski, but I've got to double check with my mom because I couldn't find the date on this particular picture. So, and this little boy right here is Brad, who I grew up with. So our parents took us camping all over the state of Texas to different lakes, and I think I want to say I actually learned how to water ski in Junction, Texas, on their little river. Actually, they don't have a lake, but I've been to Brady Lake, Brownwood Lake, Possum Kingdom, Inks Lake. I'm going to say this is Lake Nasworthy, but I'm not sure, in San Angelo, Texas. So I'll have to get those details from my mom. But this was just a real fun picture that my mom got. So this was, 45-ish, 6-7 years ago. I was able to clean it up a little bit with my photo program. But I don't know if you can see, the expressions on our faces are hilarious. So there's lots of space up here. I couldn't really crop it in anymore, so I'm going to put the title over this part a little bit. So that is a 4x4, and I've got a 4.5 by 4.5 inch piece. from the Lake Life. I've got 4 pieces of pattern paper here that are 2 by 8.5. And then I believe, I'm not sure what this one ended up being. I had to trim it down. So it's 3 by 8.5. So that'll be like my water at the bottom. I have a little journaling place. Again, I hadn't journaled yet exactly my story because I'm debating whether to try to print it on here or just, I have more to say than what I can fit on there because my handwriting's not that tiny. All right, and then product-wise, I already showed the acorn, pine. I grabbed some of the dots because there are some pine dots in here. I have a little bit of sponging I think I'm going to do. I grabbed some old wood arrows from close to my heart that I thought might look good on here. I want to be careful with these because they already have color on them. I also grabbed my white gel pen. I might do some stitching because there was some stitching on one of these items. So let's just get busy and see what we're going to do here. I'm going to set that aside along with that, I think. And then so do y'all have any stories of trips as you're growing up? I would love to get a little synopsis, get to know you all a little bit better. So let's see something. Okay, be sure to like and comment. If you feel like you want to share the video, that would be awesome too. That helps the algorithm. Just lets them know that someone likes this. So, okay, so I'm thinking, well, I know I want to put that down here. Let me kind of lay it out to show you what my plan is. And I'm going to move that up out of the way a little bit and move this up. There we go. Let's see. So this one, I think I want to go there. And I kind of altered, actually, this is going to go up at the top. So I altered the light and the dark patterns. I feel like I want to go that way. And then this piece will go like right in here. And I think it all fits on this 8.5 by 11. Okay. So I debated whether to do all pattern paper or not. And that's basically what I did. I think it works fine. I was thinking about like trimming this off a little bit to have a white border. I think I'm trying to decide. I think I will do that real quick. It just will add a little extra character and give me just a little bit of white in here, like white cardstock. So I'm going to trim off, what do I got to trim off here? Probably about 1/2 inch. That'll be 1/4 inch on each side. So let me push this up here so y'all can kind of see what I'm doing. So first thing I'm going to do is just do 1/2 inch on each one of these pieces. And I could probably just stack them, at least these that are the same size. And then I'm going to have to trim off just a little bit. I think I will do just 1/4 inch. I'm going to do all these at the same time. So I'm going to trim off 1/4 inch this way. Then we'll see what we have to do with that may be too much. No, well, we'll make it work if I mess this up. Just last night I got to thinking, I was like, I really kind of want a white border around it. And I may have to cut another piece of this one. Yeah, see, it did make it just a little too short down here. So let me cut another piece of this real quick. Let me look through my scraps. There's it. So I need it to be about a 1/4 inch, more like a 1/2 inch bigger. So 3.5. Kind of see the process of this. And then I cut it 1/2 inch shorter, right? So let me pull this out. So instead of 8.5 across, it's 8. All right, so let me take my scraps over here. So these will be, I can use these on something. So I don't throw much of my scraps away until I just finally know that, okay, so that's going to be perfect. So I made it work without too much trouble. And then I don't think I'm going to have to cut anything else, but we shall see. All right. Now I'm debating. I thought about doing some sponging around the edges. Maybe I can on these. I may have to bring in some glacier. But let's do this real quick. I'm going to get a scrap piece of paper. So I am following a sketch. It's a sketch from Scrapbook Generation. I shouldn't have had it on my table because you're really not supposed to share them because they are for purchase. So I'm just going to take some of, I've got quite a bit of color on here. And I'm not sure what color it is, but I'm going to get some of it off. And then I'm going into Acorn ink, and I'm just going to do this piece with Acorn, just using one of my, I don't even remember what we called these. It's crazy. I'm already forgetting stuff. I couldn't even remember the name of a color from Close to My Heart yesterday, or maybe it was Monday. But see how that just adds to the page already. So this just has this Velcro's on and off. So some of y'all may be familiar with it. Some may not be. So you can take these off if you want because they just Velcro on here. I have a few that I just leave like this. And then I have a little baggie. I put them in little baggies to store them. All right. So I've got that piece over here. Don't think I want to use the Acorn on anything else. So we'll move over to the pine. Again, I'm going to see what color I have on here. I have a little bit of maybe Lagoon. And I don't want to do it on my new thing. So we'll just ink this up really good with pine ink. And then I'm going to go around all these pieces real quick. So it doesn't take too long, but it's a great technique to add a little extra something to your page. Gives it a little bit more depth. And the word I really like is just texture to me. Okay. You'll really be able to see it on these lighter colors. So maybe go with a little bit lighter hand. You could do something similar with the blending brushes, maybe. You'd have to set it down on your glass mat or whatever you have as your surface. Loved our all-purpose mat. And I'm not sure that Stampin' Up! Has something similar. I did get the new their glass mat, because they made it available to demonstrators on June 5th. This one I purchased, this isn't it. I purchased this one shortly after or before becoming an SU demonstrator. I'd seen they had one, but it was only a special. that ran early on in the year, and we missed it because we didn't know anything about the transition. So I ordered this one because I'd been kind of eyeing one and finally bit the bullet. And then they just made the Stampin' Up! One available to us, and it'll be available to customers come July 3rd. So I may trade it out. It is a little bit smaller, so I'm debating if I'm going to like that or not. I'll have to play around with it a little bit and see if I'll use it for more for cards. It is big enough for a scrapbook page. So I think it's 13 by 13 measurements, and it's got a little area over here just like this. And then it also came with a little rubber mat, like you could do your watercolors and stuff with it. Okay, so there are those. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of sponging on this one as well, or it's gonna look a little odd, I think. So let me grab my Glacier. Let's see, where I rearranged my colors to like rainbow colors. All right, so I've got Glacier. I know it doesn't really look like it, but this is supposed to be, that's more Glacier. So I think that'll be fine though. So I'm not really sure. This might be supposed to be our new color that they introduced, which I don't have an ink pad. All I have is a cardstock in it. And I don't, sea salt, there was sea salt, and I don't remember what the other name was. Let's see here. I've got to find real quick another. So this is how I store, just I'll give you an idea, my sponges in one of those totes. Also have some sanding stuff here, so you can see I stocked up on our round sponges. Let's see here. I think I just will grab a fresh one, a little replacement piece, and I'll peel this one off. The only thing about peeling them off is that, yeah, your fingers are probably going to get messy. Try to be careful there. So let's see, I know Lisa's in Texas. And Charisse, I confuse you with a customer I have in Kerrville, I think. Because her name is like very similar. Charlene. I think it's Charlene over in Kerrville. So where are you, Charisse? Idaho. That's right. Okay. But every time I see y'all's names, I'm like, okay, she's. Charisse was always watching my lives back when I did them a couple of years ago. So I'm excited to be doing them again. So that looks good. The Glacier with whatever this color is, because that's really more with the Glacier. Looks like, at least on the front of the ink pad. And then this is more like sage. Of course, that's pretty close, so I don't know. But this will work just fine. Give us a little extra color there. All right, we can start putting these pieces down. I think I have enough Stampin' Seal to get me through. I did place an order that I think is supposed to be here Saturday. So it's got some reef. Oops, I was like, what did I do? It's because I cut it down, Pamela. All right, now what did I decide? That's going to be top. That's there. Okay, I'm trying to get my pieces in order like they need to be. Thank you, Charisse. I debated and debated and debated about whether to make this commitment and whether I should just do 1 day a week but then I'm already finding that I want to like create every single day again. And this gives me the excuse to. So when I need to have projects ready for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so Mondays are my Make It Mondays, where I do 2 12 by 12 scrapbook pages. And then, so 12 by 12 double page scrapbook layout. I always debate the best way to say that. All right, so I'm really glad that I chose to do the white border around there because I do love that. All right, so I can go ahead and put my photo on that mat. Anyhow, and then today on Wednesdays, I do the story and sketch because I love to scrapbook. So breaking it up, getting a 12 by 12 layout done, double page layout, and then this 8.5 by 11 I fell in love with when I decided to do this series a couple of years ago. I think I chose 8.5 by 11 single page because I was doing a class with Stacy Julian called Story by Stacy, where we used these cards, the original ones, I think were these tiny ones right here, and they're prompts on what to do, like phrase fun. She gives you some phrases like titles and things. Then there's date and time. When exactly did this happen? So you like pick a card, shuffle them, or just kind of like pick like, okay, a word. Start with a title, quote, scripture, or other message. And then you go to category. What's my category going to be? All the things, everyday life, hobbies, interests, and celebrations. So this was just really fun and awesome class to do. And I had intended to do like a full 52 weeks because I think that's what the class was. And then Close to My Heart came out with their own version of it. They partnered with Stacy and came out with this one. And it just didn't get promoted like it should have, I don't think. But it had a lot more cards, I think, and like different size. And there was Never Used. So these were awesome to be able to jumpstart. And I may still use this a little bit on occasion just to share with y'all. But so far, once I got into the groove of the story and sketch, so I'll pick a sketch. You can modify a 12 by 12 sketch if you want, or go from take a card and, create a scrapbook page by it. But so this is kind of was my plan to, so I've got cats and kids and they're all making noises in the background. All right, so let's see here. I want to try to keep this centered. I think that's pretty good. So I've got, all these pieces right here are from the scrapbooking workshop. So let me kind of go through here, and I hadn't decided on how I'll use all of them, and I don't necessarily need to use all of them. We've got circles and hexagons, is that right? Did kind of know I wanted to do something similar to this maybe. And then also on the sticker sheet, I will use some of the pieces on the sticker sheet, but I know I'm using this as my title. So because I was going to put it somewhere. I might just like put it right up. Might need to be like off center. But let me see. I didn't look to see where I think my Give me 1 second. I have some foam tape somewhere. I know we have our Stampin' Dimensionals, but for some of this, I need like my real foam tape. So I'm going to go ahead and, I know I'm going to pop that up, so I'm going to cut that real quick. It's probably about that size. So I've got Kyle out mowing. Maybe he got that done before it gets too hot here. And then Bevan just left for the day to hang out with her boyfriend. She's fixing to leave on Friday to spend some time with her dad. And don't know if I have my, let's see, I have just a hodgepodge of stuff over here. So let me see what I got in my little tray and see if I can find my, I don't know what I did with my powder. I'm kind of looking to see if I have it laying around over here somewhere. I don't see it. I don't know what I did with it. Let me look over here. One more place. I think, is that it? Okay. I have all kinds of stuff just anti-static powder is what that is. So off camera, I'm going to dab this over here because it's going to put a lot of powder on it. It's going to make that unsticky. So everywhere that the powder sticks. So it's kind of what I'm doing. And I've got, okay. So I can kind of lay this around and figure out where I want it positioned. And so the design of the layout is, the sketch is really to have the title down here and then some journaling up here. But then it also has a border of stuff down here. And I'd have to shove the title or the picture and everything way up here. And I was concerned about overlapping. I wanted to see all of that. So I'm modifying the page a little bit. I don't know if I want it way over here. I'm going to just kind of lay it here for now. I think I might kind of like that. And then I'm trying to figure out how to build up like a border of items going across here. I might go up a little bit higher with this. I'm going to pop this piece up. I kind of felt like maybe I want it inside, you know, like right in the center. I feel like I'm not very straight, but I think it's more my camera is off kilter a little bit. Okay, so I've got these other hexagons, so I'm going to take them off, stick them on my hand, and we'll see what we end up using. I'm kind of thinking all of them. Okay, so I want all of those. I could do some hearts in here. I already got that big heart. That actually might be really cute if you popped it up right in the center there. See if I can cover that white one. So I might do that. I'm going to leave it there for the moment. We got mama cat and kittens in the background. I don't know if you can hear them or not. And then I think I might try to put some of these little pieces in here, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I can't decide if I want to bring in any of these other colors. I probably should, because they'll go with like our jackets, our life preservers. So I don't know if you probably can't see in the picture, but we grew up with lathering zinc oxide all over the front of our, like over our nose and our cheeks to reflect the sun. I can't really see any on me, but I can see a bunch on Brad. It's kind of funny. So just little stories like that are what I want to share. in my 8.5 by 11 album. Okay, so let's kind of get an idea. I'm gonna have to move things around a little bit. Don't know if I want that under or like over so you can see, or even maybe down here so it's, you know, I can kind of create a pattern maybe, and maybe bring this down just a smidge more. So this is kind of where I'm just kind of playing with the product. I know I want it kind of off kilter like that. Maybe I'll go up a little bit higher. I don't know if I like that showing in there though. So same thing with all of these. I need to, it's just easier to like take some of the sticky off of them so you can work with them. Of course, this boat one would be great. And I don't know if I'll go all the way across. Maybe I should just build something right up over here. So then we've kind of got kind of a triangle going. I think that may be what I do. And not worry myself too much about the border going all the way across. I think that'll probably work. And then I can just place these smaller hexagons all around. Haven't decided if I want to do these banners. And I don't even know if I'll use this gel pen. I thought about doing stitching, but like you wouldn't even be able to see it on this white background. So that means I just saw the stitching in here and thought, well, that might work. So maybe I'll do like right there. And then I'll just build up. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that just made up my mind right in here. So let me kind of decide, because I know I don't want it like that. And I think that's too low. Okay. So let me kind of, before I, maybe move that over a little bit and then off center just like that. Okay, I think I'm going to start with that right there, making the commitment to put down my photo. And making sure where, maybe a little bit lower. I think I need it over a little bit more. Okay, I think I'm going to do it just like that. All right, we're making the commitment now. It's like I've got cat hair on the back of this. There we go. Maybe got some of it. Best days are spent at the lake. I'll center it. I think that's going to work right there. Okay, I'm used to putting the title over here in the left hand portion. So this is changing things up a little bit, and that's fine when you're doing like an 8.5 by 11 single page. So, all right, so let me determine where I want to put this. I think I will end up using some liquid glue on this one. I need my tweezers, and then I can just put some glue. So you can see right here it says Project 2. This would have been part of Project 2 from the scrapbooking workshop. But think outside the box. You don't have to create the pages just as they're shown. Totally can, but you don't have to. All right, so I think I'll start like right, I'll put it, I'm just kind of guessing that this is the center right about there. Okay, and then this will, I'm trying to decide if I want to pop it up and then put that, I think I want that heart popped up right there. What do you think? I think I like it. All right, so I'm going to keep this so we don't have too much dimension. I'm going to keep this. I should have gotten a Versamat out to put down. Don't necessarily have to have the Versamat, so I could. Let me do this while I'm in the middle of this right now. I'm going to put, since it keeps wiggling around on me a little bit, put a couple of temporary dots, and then I'm going to just tack it down right where I want it in my shot, which I think is about right there. I'm trying to be, and I think my workplace is just a little bit off. It's probably going to mess me up because I'm moving the mat instead of, okay. So we might could do like that. I kind of like that for, I'm just going to tack that down since I don't have my journaling written yet. I just want to, it's maybe up a little bit higher. I'm not covering up too much of the photo, but I am. Okay, I like that. I'm going to move that big old thing away there. And then this is going to, I can use some dimensionals. I'm going to grab out a fresh one out of here. So when you order your dimensionals, you get 3 sheets of these little about 4x4 squares. And then just kind of peel them back to get them started. And I can do one there, there, and there. So I do really like these little dimensionals, and these are hexagons as well. You can cut them in half if you want to. And I need some more anti-static. There we go. So if you're joining me late, I'm going to realize the other day that I had some comments that I missed because it didn't scroll up automatically. But let us know where you're watching from. How are you doing today? How's your weather? Okay, let me see if I can get this covered up. There, I like that. And I may have to bring in some clear sparkles or something. Because I have the dots, hearts, and stars in pine that I'm going to use a little bit. And then maybe this, but I've gotten to where I just like to have a little bit of bling on almost all my pages. All right, so I was wondering if I wanted to, if I was going to do that, I would probably put that on the outside. I'm just kind of playing around first. It doesn't have to go under. This may just be too much, but I'm going to lay it here and see what happens. Let me move some stuff around on my screen so I can see better. There we go. Keep trying to look up and make sure my microphone's doing well. So what do y'all think? Is that too much up there? Probably. It's not really. Don't think I need them down here anywhere. Okay, so I've got this down. I've kind of got that tacked down. And if I don't do this, then it kind of opens that up. And so we'll put those aside for the moment. And let me grab. So we've got lake, which is awesome. And I want to kind of put them, I don't know that I want them. I'm just going to lay these out just a tiny bit first and see what we got here. So I'd want them to kind of line up with the, what other colors do we have? With the big hexagons. I guess that would go like that. There's the boat. Really kind of need the boat. I'm trying to decide if I want to go off the page there a little bit or not. Could always go like right up here. Okay, I'm just barely laying them down as I play with them. That one would probably go like that. Maybe it needs to go down instead of... So I could go focus on going this way, and then you would have kind of your triangles. I don't know if I want that one up that high. Or maybe more overlapping. I feel like this might need to go up a little higher because the color, the weight, because I've got lake right there, so I don't know that I want that. I'm going to set it aside. I don't know that I need the word lake in there again. The great, and then I've even got a couple of really small ones too. So I got the hair there, excuse that. Okay, and okay. I'm deciding. I can't decide. Okay, so we've got acorn, acorn. So I think I need some acorn over here, and that'll give me my triangle. Trying to decide. Don't want it to go like right there, off the page a little bit. I think that's fine if I do that. And then is that one gonna fit in there? It could. Let me kind of look and see what, whoops. Struggling there. Okay, kind of liking that, and that's right in the water. If I'd lifted it up just a little bit, it could go like right across. You'll see what I'm saying? If I do it like, have to go like right up in here. Okay, I'm gonna lift this up a little bit and see. If it overlaps a little bit, that might be okay. I think that's out too far. That's in too far. Don't know that it matters. Okay, so do you see how the water right here goes along the line? So I think I kind of like that. And then maybe I can bump that up just a little bit higher. I think I might tuck it under. So if I tuck it under, I may have to get creative with my journaling. Okay, I think I like that. I think I like the way that looks. I'm gonna kind of wish I may have some hidden journaling somewhere, because I may just do it on the back. Okay, this might work right here too. And then I'm using, except for that piece, I'm using all these pieces. All right, I think I kind of like that. So there's some yellow, a little bit of yellow. I don't think I have any more. Let me see what all I got on these things. These were like little bitty pieces. Don't think I have any more yellow. And I think I'll pop a couple of these up. So I do have, how can I bring some yellow up here? Maybe that half piece right here can just poke up right there, kind of like the sun. And that'll bring my yellow. I think I kind of like that. I could put a dot, like one of these over here, just to give it a little bit more visual interest. Then I don't know that I need a whole lot more. You see, we've got, there's memories. I feel like I need some little tabs. Lakeation, outdoors. I mean, I'm just kind of looking at the different, we don't need lake life because we got lake. Jump on it. That might be fun. So maybe some more yellow. Not take a dip. Relax. Not really relaxing. Skiing. Splash. Okay, I'm just fishing fun. Make a splash. That one might be good because, and there's also good times. So I'm wondering if, let me look at it this way. Could just come off there a little bit. Or maybe up here. Let me see. I think I like that. If I do it right up at the top, I still have some room to write, I think. What do you think? I think I'll do that, and then I'm going to put another one on top that may be blue. Sunbathe, outdoors. There is just a little blue texture. Let me see what else there is. Is that too blue? That might be too blue. There's my yellow. I've got my, maybe I should do there's a boat rides. Blast sunshine. There's this. Yep. That did it. Because that'll pop off there good. I might can even do one more. I don't know. Because we've got the great outdoors. That may be enough. Okay. Waves all day. This is a good one. And that'll give some words kind of all. Oh, I like that. Okay. All right. What did I do with my scissors? I'm going to use a little bit of, how big was it? Where did it go? Oh, it's right there. Okay. Not sure. I think that'll fit. I think it's skinny enough. I want it right there. So we'll leave that one flat. I think I'm going to pop this one up. I'll do that in a minute. Put, I guess I need it. Yeah. So I try to use up even the outside part of my dimensional elements. Okay, that'll work. All right, it's coming together. I think it's just time to embellish. I like that. Waves all day. I think I'll pop this one up. Let me just kind of go through and cut in between those so I can use those. I think that'll fit. Yep. I guess I'll have to, I went and found this photo, I think on my mom's Facebook page, and I made a comment thinking maybe she would see it, but she may not have seen it. So I'll have to text her the photo probably and ask her. She has everything. She didn't scrapbook. She never has scrapbooked, but she has albums full of all our photos in chronological order. And she's uploaded quite a few of them to Facebook. So I've been able to just snag them off of Facebook. Sometimes I go through her albums when I'm at home. And okay, so I'm adding some height to my pages or to my elements. I think I want like 2 of these popped up. Okay, I think I've finished that sheet. Yay! Don't let anything go to waste. And then her memory on all that stuff is really good too. Like she just remembers where we were at, what we did, which is awesome. I have a little bit of adhesive there, I think. Clean that up some. And then line that back up. Okay, I'm really excited with how this is turning out now. Because I put those down, and is that even straight? I think it is, but I guess I'll just be writing on it. I don't know. I might can still figure out how to print to go over top of that. I think I want this one lifted up. And all right, I think we just have some embellishing to do. So I still have all these pieces that I can do some fun things with. More pages. I love using hexagons. I don't do them very often, but this was nice because it was all pre-cut already. I know I have some dies that would work great. Okay, everything's down, I think. And I was just going to kind of look and make sure I didn't need anything else poking out anywhere. Don't think. Probably not. And I can use all these on something else. That goes with that. Don't really, it could come out, well, I don't know if I can bring out enough over here to make it worthwhile. All right, let's do some, some dots. I'm trying to make myself use, I already used some of those, I didn't even realize. And I do think I like the hearts because I've got the hearts here. So I think I'll do those. And I got kittens screaming in the background. I've got 3 kittens. They're just turned 6 weeks old. I'll do 2 up here. Maybe, I haven't decided. Anyways, won't be able to see it down over here. Okay, I think I'm going to do right there on the border. So I'm using 3 different sizes, and I can that one could be straight maybe. I did that one straight, not that one. I don't know that it matters. There we go. Okay, and I need a little bit, maybe 1 or so over here and 1 over here. Go to my second sheet. I think I'm going to do a big one right in here. I think that'll show and look good. And then maybe a medium one right down here. I think right there is where I want it. I'm going to look and see if there's anything in here that I might like. Oh, that's cute. I don't know, guys. What do y'all think? Let me know. What else is there? Ands, and have a couple more arrows. There's another arrow with the heart. There's a couple of little tiny hearts. And or maybe not up there, and I'll do one down like here, or vice versa. I don't know what I'm pointing to up here. But I can't do it there because I don't want to cover up any of my journaling space. Could do this one like this. All right, kind of thinking I like that, so I think I'm going to go with that. It just adds more. So it is going to end up being a little bulky, but that's fine. I have 8.5 by 11 albums that I have stocked up on when Close to My Heart went out of business, because I did decide that this was definitely something I wanted to continue doing, or more 8.5 by 11 albums. All right, so I think I didn't really need glue on the ends because they're sticking out, so that'll just dry where it needs to. good right there. All right, yeah. Okay, now I'm excited because I'm using up some of my close to my heart stash. And I do think Stampin' Up will be creating some of these when they introduce their new product line. I think in September is the plan. All right, I think that's about it. I think I'm happy with it. I just got to get my journaling, figure out how I'm gonna get what I want written in there. Just, it'll probably be it won't be like a long story, but I did share the story with you earlier in the video. So there we have it. There's my 8.5 by 11 using the new Lake City to Lake Life. See, told ya. So Lake City is a awesome place in Colorado that I used to go with my parents when my two oldest kids were about this age, even younger. But anyways, this is Lake Life. That's what this collection is called. It has all these really cool, I still have some big titles I can do. This one's cool. Look at this. Come on in, the water is fine. So you could like overlap this over top of here. So that would be a fun one to do as well. So again, I have lots and lots of lake photos all over the state of Texas from when I was probably about 5. I had a photo that I did print. I don't know where it's at the moment. Oh, here, let me show you a couple of other photos I have to. So Jeff and I went, this is Lake Nasworthy again, but that's back in 2016, I think. And then this one, I'm not sure where this is. It's probably just looking at the water, just FYI. Lake Nasworthy was dubbed Lake Nasty Water. So I had to dredge the lake a couple of times over the years. Just a lot of thick mud, I guess it was, and stuff was at the bottom. So if you were able to touch the bottom of the lake, you probably sank into it. I don't know. I just remember, it was yee. Anyways, I was 5 years old here on one of those little, this was, I think, a blow up one behind the, I'm not even sure there's a string attached to it, but maybe. We used to have, I don't remember what we called them, some type of board that had a handle on it and you would stand on it. And this was back in 1975. So I have these to scrapbook. I almost did those, but I came across this one and chose to document it. So anyhow, that is my story and sketch for this Wednesday. It is June 12th, 2024. So if you're watching the replay, like, comment, follow, share. And the links are all available for a lot of the products, the Lake Life products. I shared that in the description. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me by direct message. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. So thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you on Friday for my Feel Good Friday series, where we'll be creating some type of fun cards or 3D projects. I have a couple of ideas in mind, but I don't recall at the moment, or haven't decided actually on what I'm going to be doing. So watch for that Friday at 10 a.m. Central. So y'all have a great week, and I'll see y'all Friday. We can, get ready for the weekend. Bye.